I'm happy with that. The wire wheel took off the rust. Then I took some 600 grit emery and smoothed it all up and cleaned it all up. And then my estate sale Flitz polish, put the finishing touches on it, and it turned out really nice. It's a good looking shaft. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, I think it was the last video, when I got this can of clean stripper for free, I also got this can of clean strip odorless mineral spirits for free. Now this is about 2/3 full, so that got used a little bit. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because I've just finished wire wheeling all the gack off of this. I'm going to wipe it down with mineral spirits and then give it a shot of paint. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm continuing on with the tedious and boring and laborious task of cleaning prior to painting, and I'm just going to do highlights of this. I'll probably focus mostly on the Reassembly, this 20-inch Camelback drill press by Champion Blower and Forge, because let's face it, the cleaning part of it is just not interesting content. So I'll just do highlights. And hey, if you're new here, welcome. I was checking my analytics this morning, and by golly, I got 723 subscribers. So thanks for joining us. And you're welcome to chime in the comments. And we've got a lot of people that like to do that. We banter back and forth. We share good ideas. So welcome. Man, I forgot all about the lower belt pulley drive hiding back here. I guess I better dig it out. I'm committed now. Here we go. For those of you that are on the fence about taking on an old iron project, I mean, you'd love to do it, but you're worried about cost. Well, you've seen me show my acquisitions at estate sales, garage sales, auctions, things like that. That's the only way I can afford to do this. I mean, I'm a retired guy, you know, on a pension. So dollars to devote to projects is pretty limited. So I had to get creative. So I'd encourage you to attend your local estate sales and garage sales and see what's hiding away on the shelves and stuff in the way of shop chemicals. I mean, that's where I get 95% of all my shop chemicals. And that's what keeps me afloat on doing these projects. So, yeah, just a little note of encouragement. Go out and get yourself a box full of strippers and lubricants and stuff like that, and then go find that chunk of old iron you want to work on and go for it. I'm on my way to Romeo's. That's retired old men eating out. I figured I'd stop at the Shrine and replenish my wire wheel stock. You know, sometimes a fella just has to stop and clean the workbench. My pal Greg in Power from the Past graciously loaned me a couple of tubs for the electrolysis process. He also threw in a box of washing soda, so I'm one step closer to getting that set up. And my pal Larry, he gave me this 12,000 pound winch. It's a little rough around the edges, a little cleanup and so on and so forth, and it should be fine. I got all the controls for it. And that's going to come in really handy. I've got you can see vertical column right underneath Old Glory there. At the base, I can rig up a bracket to attach that, and that will give me something to winch non-functioning tractors and machinery and vehicles into the shop. This is the same technique I use for making gaskets, for trimming off masking when I'm getting ready to paint. And just take the old ball peen and tap it right along the edge and peel the excess right off. I got a nice edge right there. Won't get oversprayed where I don't want it. Well, now, I'd say that turned out pretty good. Now for the rest of the 10,000 other parts. Well, it's time to check out this battery charger. She's a peach. Clearly got some cordage issues, but she's quite a beast. Let's have a look here. Oh, I thought it was 36. It's 48 volt output, 17 amps. That may be a little too much, but what the heck, we'll give it a shot. One thing I have to research, I think this has an automatic setup in it, you know, as it measures the voltage in the amps. I don't want it automatically shutting off in the middle of the electrolysis process, so I may have to look at a way of bypassing that and coming straight off the transformer. We'll see. My old pal John, way up north in Washington State with YouTube channel Edged 245, he sent me a couple of pictures of when he ran some of the parts of his big John Deere Dane hay press through the electrolysis process. So I'm going to insert those right here so you can get an idea what I'm going to be taking on. My paint of choice for this project comes from Ace Hardware, not sponsored, just what I chose. This is pretty decent paint. I find it comparable with Rust-Oleum. I like Rust-Oleum, but I can get this stuff for about $1.50 a can less than the same size 12-ounce Rust-Oleum counterpart. This is satin enamel, and this is what this looks like after 2 coats. Turned out really good. My only real gripe about this stuff, I don't know what it is about paint companies and who engineers their stuff, but number one, on the Rust-Oleum side of things, these spray nozzles, they're terrible. After a while, they hang up, they get sticky. You press on them, they don't want to press down. I mean, I soak them in brake clean to get them to work, and which is a pain in the neck. On the Ace side of things, these caps, they've got, you can't see it because I've cut it out, but they've got little clips that latch onto this groove right here. Getting that cap off, I mean, you practically have to destructively remove it, and when you do finally pry it loose, the nozzle goes flying off with it. So I got in there with a utility knife. You can see my knife marks, and I cut that little clip off that latches here, which you don't need. I mean, that's just fine the way it is without that clip. But for some reason, they decided to make it tougher for the consumer to, sorry, crappy camera work. Okay, right over. Well, for a tin bender doing a spoof can paint job, didn't turn out too bad. I've got a little more shiny work to do on the cast iron deck here, cleaning that up. But I mean, the rest of it's painted and looking pretty good. I'm debating whether or not to run a pinstripe around the perimeter about a 1/4 of an inch below the deck there. I'm thinking about it. We'll see. I don't want to get too carried away with the bling. That's a terrible habit of mine. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, hey, we're coming up here in a couple, 3 days. Here in the U.S., Thanksgiving 2023, which means the frequency of these videos are going to slow down because I have some family obligations and so forth. And I have to start gearing up for Secret Santa. YouTuber Steve over at Firehouse Customs, he came up with the idea, put it out to several of the creators that he follows, and got positive feedback. So he's ramrodding this thing. He compiled a list of YouTube creators, did a random pick, and what's happening is we're all going to make a Christmas gift for the YouTube channel that we received from Steve, and we have to get it sent off, I think, by December 15th. And then we're supposed to shoot a video of making it, and then we're supposed to shoot a video of us unwrapping our particular Secret Santa gift sent to us by the other creator. So, a fun little thing within the YouTube family. And thank you, Steve, for putting this all together and organizing it. Really appreciate it. So I am going to end this one here. I still got an ugly pile of parts over here to deal with, but the main body of the drill press is next. But with that, I'm going to sign off and say bye to everyone. Welcome to new subscribers. I think 727 when I looked this morning. So thanks for joining us. And to the existing subscribers, as always, all my pals out there, thanks for sticking around. And thanks for watching. We'll see you real soon again. I don't know what's coming next, either Secret Santa or maybe a tractor ride with power from the past. Not sure. I'll figure something out. Anyway, bye for now, everybody.